Hello everybody, my name is Philip Golem. I'm one of the mods for the DEVOUR speedrunning community, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do stair hops. Alright, so as you can see now, we are in the kind of courtyard area outside the bathhouse, and I'm going to be showing you how to do jump hops here, as well as a couple jump hops on Asylum that you can do. Before we get started, not only do I want to thank the entire DEVOUR speedrunning community for kind of helping with this glitch, but also specifically I want to thank Flower, Raiden, Cat, E-Slop, Affinity. Without all of you guys, I wouldn't be able to put together this guide for the community, so thank you. Now, what is stair hopping? So, by binding your jump to scroll wheel and progressively scrolling forward on the mouse, you're able to stack jumps as you kind of walk upstairs. If you notice, whenever I jump, in the bottom right corner, you can see the little 1 on my mouse. That's because I do, in fact, have my jump bound to scroll wheel. So I do have jump bound to scroll wheel right here, as you can see. So every time that I hit up, that little 1 is showing you how many times I've jumped. If I do it walking up a normal set of stairs, you can kind of see it goes almost all the way up to 6 in this small staircase. So that's me stacking jumps on the stairs as I am walking up. So I'm not spamming my mouse. I'm not spamming my scroll wheel, but I am slowly just dragging my finger across to progressively and consistently jump. I know our first instinct is to kind of just spam a key as much as possible to try and force it, but that's not really what you can do here. So what you're going to do is you're going to line up with this board right here. This is kind of the first stair hop I saw. So it's the first one I'm going to show you guys. There are a couple that you can do on this map, a couple you can do on Asylum. There are some jumps you can do on Farmhouse as well, but they're arguably not as important as the ones in Asylum are. But yeah, just Shift W. And sometimes you'll clip kind of through the roof. You're trying to land right on that podium. Right on that little pole right there. But since this one's so short, you kind of want to start as soon as you get on the little line. Yep, kind of like that. So now, because we're up here, we can actually go along the side over here. Be careful not to step too far on the right, or you will just kind of fall through the roof again. So you do want to jump over, and you can walk along just like out here. Jump over this. You can jump over this, and you can run all the way until where the fence changes height here. If you try to walk past that, you will just fall and soft lock yourself in this little box, in that little box right there. But as you'll notice, the entire wall is up here. So this stair hop is useful specifically because if you are good enough, get all the way around back to the spawn area if you do need to get over there pretty quickly. But the big reason is because of this closet here. As you can see, all the walls are normal until you get to this closet. You can see the space kind of sticking out in the top. And if I walk up to it, you see the eye symbol. That is the symbol for hiding. That's the eye symbol. And if I were to press E, I would soft lock myself right now, but I would go into this closet. Just like this. So it's an easy way to get upstairs very quickly if you get consistent at that stair jump. Like I said, I am soft locked right now, but that's just because I didn't activate Zara at all. And I don't have the keys needed to get in or out of this room, so I have soft locked myself. So you want to be careful not to do that. If you're playing solo or if you're playing with other people, make sure they've opened the rooms beforehand. You can also stair jump off of this stair here, off of these stairs. Be careful, this tree kind of sticks out a little bit, so sometimes it can be hard to line this up properly. But you can actually hop right here. Okay, so yeah, you can actually hop up here. And if you notice, I'm holding the egg, right? I'm going to press G, drop it. It'll actually fall forward into this room here. If we go around and go up, up the stairs here, around into the bathroom. We'll notice that it's in the stall now. And you can actually hold this egg here because spiders cannot cross this little like ledge right here. Of course you can pick it up. So if you're already up here, you could just come in here, drop it in the stall itself, and then walk away. But if you're already outside and you need to stay on the first floor or something, you can stair hop up here, drop the egg. So let's say that the egg is the one that's in the storage room, whichever egg is in here. I don't know if we can see it from out here. I can't really see it. But let's say it's that egg. So you just want to keep it here, make sure spiders can't get it, but it's still close to the storage room. That way it's ready for whenever you want to burn it. So that is a good little quick thing you can do. So just to recap, this is probably going to be one of the more important ones on the map. This one I've used a couple times, not as much as I've used this one. So just to recap, this is a shorter staircase, but you're going to want to line up on this little line here. And then right when you hit the bottom, that's when you're going to start slowly scrolling. If you watch my little mouse wheel in the bottom corner here, you'll see it. So, and then you'll hop up here, and then just hop over that, because like I said, you can get caught right here and just fall through, and you'd have to redo the jump. At that point, you're losing time. You can fall through the map. If you do, it'll just teleport you back to the spawn. So don't fret about falling through the map. You're not going to die or anything. So, but we'll do it again. I'll go into that closet one more time. So I went ahead and picked up another egg. We're going to go ahead and do this again. You're just going to line it up right here. As I've been saying, right with that little edge piece of the stairs. Start scrolling as soon as you hit the bottom here. Just hold Shift and W. You'll launch up on top, and then just hop over, and you can walk along this to your heart's content. But the real reason we're up here is because the closet, of course. This will clip you into that second floor. Come up here, and let's say that I'm holding the upside down cross egg. I can just come in here, drop it, and then be on my merry way. Luckily, this door is open, and then here's that storage room. Oh my god. Scared the crap out of me. So, but here is that storage room. So let's say, like I said, one of those eggs does go to storage room. This is a safe place to keep it. So those are the two most common stair hops I've seen on the inn. So I figured I would share those with you. They are very viable movement options if you can get consistent enough at them. And I highly recommend it. So I highly recommend it. It's very useful for getting to the second floor, not having to go around to deal with Zara or any of the spiders. And next, I'm going to show you some of the stair hops that we can do on the Asylum. All right, so now we are on Asylum. You can come out here. I'm just going to grab the key real quick. You can stair hop off of this and land right on top of here. If you fall down the side, like I was showing on the inn, if you fall down into the void, you will just spawn back in the elevator. But with this, you can, of course, jump out of bounds and run around up here. Once you get to an area like that, and you'll just have to respawn. So this is another decent one to practice on, just like that staircase in the inn, because you can actually practice getting on top of that wall there. And you can actually, if you look at my mouse wheel, see the amount of scrolls that I'm doing, that I'm kind of stacking. So whenever I hit the top, I'm hitting about 15, 16 stacked jumps. And the reason that is as best I've figured out, you can't jump while moving forward on a staircase, as you can see. I'm moving up this staircase, but nothing's happening when I'm hitting my jump button until I hit the top. So if you progressively jump, it'll just stack all of those jumps. because it'll keep registering that you're jumping continuously and then release them all once you hit that flat surface at the top. So there are so many other stair jumps that you can do here, just for small optimal movement. Like moving, you can move left and right whenever you stair jump. So like you can try to hop over ledges like this. I've seen Affinity and E-Slop do it a ton, where they're small movement options like that to save just a little bit of time. So I'm not particularly great at them, but you can save a couple seconds by cutting corners like that, which is very cool, actually. But this is another big stair jump right here that I kind of first saw Flower implement in one of his Nightmare Asylum runs. So basically, on this staircase, you don't actually want to start at the bottom, because there is a second trigger point where you will jump about right here whenever you get to this little plastic bag. I'll show it to you real quick, but see, about on that step with that bag, there's another jump point that'll just launch you. But what we're trying to do is we are trying to get on top of this podium here. It's not really a podium. We're trying to get on top of this beam here so that we can clip out of bounds. So you actually want to start about where that bag is and then do the jump. You want to be careful not to overshoot it, because you will fall into the next room. And if you do that before activating Molly, which you won't do this stair jump before activating Molly probably, then you will soft lock, of course, which you don't want to do. Oh, that was awful. This one can be a little tricky sometimes, just because I'm always afraid I'm going to overshoot it. Yeah, see, there we go. So once you're on top of here, you can actually go just about anywhere. Common place is here on top of the bathroom. So the door to the bathroom is right here. On a run, if the bathroom is locked and you haven't opened it with a key yet, you can actually aggro Molly and lock her into the bathroom. That's what Flower did on his Nightmare run. I will link that below if you want to watch it. Once you get Molly into this room, if it is locked and you haven't opened it with the key, she can't get out, but she can get in to chase you, which is a very cool strategy. You can just keep her in here, get 9 of the rats, and then once you need that 10th rat, open the door. You can get that rat, fall down, like you coming out after you get that rat. Come over here, wait for Molly to get you, and then from there do the normal kind of jump down. So that's kind of a brief strategy for that. So, but that is one of the more important stair jumps in Asylum, other than just all of the small ones that you can do to kind of help save a little bit of time by cutting corners. A big one is if you need to get down to the morgue, though. E-Slop and Affinity actually showed me this one kind of in a run. But if you do need to get down to the morgue, you can launch up here and then just very easily fall down to the stairs and get down here. All right, so now that I'm back on top here, like I said, you can get just about anywhere. So if you are on the top floor, but say you need to go to the morgue to check for a rat, you can hop into the staircase. You can just jump down straight right here and you will land into one of the rooms. So there's a bunch of the ceilings that you can clip through. So it is very nice to do that, is to hop down like that if you need to get to the basement very, very quickly. So yeah, like I said, the biggest thing you really need to be careful of is not stepping in the middle here. You can walk along the outside edge here all you really want and on top of the entire bathroom. And then I can hop over here and walk around the edge, and I can actually even hop down here and walk around the edge of this. So really, the edge of any room you can walk on. But it's like this ceiling here, these ceilings, you will just clip right through. So that's kind of the downside of it. But say, of course, If you're consistent at that jump, you can come up here, come all the way around, and fall straight down into the pantry if you need to. So this is the hallway to the pantry. So that's locked, but if it were unlocked, you could come straight down there. You could clip through this ceiling, come straight down. So very useful movement options as far as stair hops go if you get consistent at them in the Asylum. Unlike the inn, it's a lot more just like blatant movement options. A lot more open movement options, not just getting to that top floor, that top room in the inn. This one has a lot more stair hops that you can use to avoid enemies, save a little bit of time on small movement improvements. This staircase right here is also another really good one to practice on, in my opinion, because as you can see, all the jumps that I'm stacking, it's just a nice long staircase that you can use to kind of practice your stair hops, getting progressively better at consistently dragging that mouse wheel, not spamming it. Just to recap, a real quick recap on how to do it. You're going to bind your jump to scroll wheel. It'll be scroll wheel up. I tried mapping it to scroll wheel down, but it just wouldn't let me. Map it to scroll wheel up. And then from there, get yourself a nice long staircase like this one. And just practice with it. And I've soft locked myself. So yeah, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to overshoot that lane in here if the door's not unlocked. So yeah, really it's just about finding your favorite staircase to practice on. I like to practice with the one on the inn just because it is good to get used to like having that short distance. But this one is also a good one to practice on just so you can practice not overshooting it like I did previously. And then you could also practice, you know, falling down into the basement. Those quick, concise little movements that'll save you time that I was talking about. So yeah, just a little recap. What you're going to do is you're going to hold Shift W and then just slowly and progressively move your mouse wheel forward. And then this one, like I was saying earlier, is a little trickier. So it's gonna, if you're practicing on this one, it might take a little bit to get used to it, but you'll want to come at it at an angle, probably from the right, kind of going diagonally left. That's how I kind of do it to land up on top of here. But just find your favorite staircase to practice on. And then, like I said, slow and steady jumps. That's what you're going to do. Just make sure every time it's stacking. If you get consistent at it, it'll definitely help you save time in the long run on some runs. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you learned something. I've learned a lot from the community through making these videos. Through just general discussion, I have learned a ton. And I thank you so much for that. A huge shout out to specifically Raiden, Flower, Cat, Affinity, E-Slop for kind of showing me all this. I really, really appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord. There'll be a link down below. Check out the speedrunning leaderboards if you're also interested in that. If you have any cool tips, tricks, anything else that you think I've left out, I would love to hear about it. I would love to continue making guides like this for the community if I can. If there's any credit left out, I would love also to correct that, because I am not an all-knowing being. So if there's anything that I left out, I would love to know it. Let me know. Message me on the Discord, on the Speedrun website. Other than that, I am Fallopian Golem. I do stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Fallopian Golem. Do a lot of shiny hunting, a lot of speedrunning, kind of like this. Once again, I really appreciate it, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope to see your names on the leaderboard. Thank you.